In this week's episode, we're going to find out where Tash has been for the past 122 days since our last video and what's going on with her and the horses. And be sure to stay to the end of this video where we're going to reveal something massive for you all. You're all going to be blown away with what is coming your way. Okay, so let's get into today's video.
Hey Riding Superstars!
Hey.
Alright.
It's been a while.
It's been so long.
122 days since your last YouTube video. First time we missed actually a weekly YouTube video. I looked it up earlier, since about January 2015 or something like that. So 6 years. So I think everyone wants to know what's happening. What is happening?
And I promised I wouldn't get emotional, but when you say that, 122 days, like so much shame and so much guilt and so much emotion comes up because that's not okay. That's not good enough. That's not helping people. That's like we broke an oath to help and to serve, and so I just want to humbly apologise for not getting those videos out to you and basically disappearing and not really explaining what was going on.
I feel like this is a bit of like an Oprah Winfrey interview, all exclusive with
I needed Phil to come and help me with this one because as you can tell there's a lot of emotion and I'm going to need him to help me through it.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of things happening in this period of time, probably about like 5 or 6 really big things. I guess we'll start with what's happening with you and moving forward at the moment, but we are moving on from this place where we've been since 2013. And yeah, do you want to share a little bit of what's happening there?
No, because I don't like to talk about it. So, as you guys know, my father passed away a couple of years ago, which has left my mother. I have slightly older parents, and we've been renting this beautiful, amazing facility from my parents. It was, it's almost like Dad's last gift to me. He was always such a support to my riding, even though he thought I shouldn't ride, and he said you'll never go to the Olympics and you'll never do anything with your riding. He still would try and give me the opportunities, and obviously to come up with the finances to buy a place like this is a stretch, so they were happy to do that and get a rental income from it, because obviously to rent something like this is a lot easier than to buy it. But yes, he passed away a couple of years ago, and I guess it all started crashing down when Mum got super sick. Well, she didn't get super sick, she got very quickly sick. Yeah, she was actually really lucky. We just a little bit of story on that. Tash went up, took her to a doctor on a Friday, just because she thought she had food poisoning all week and wasn't getting better. Tash took her to a doctor, and then we'd bought her some food because she couldn't make it to the shop, and we went up, Tash took it up to her a Friday evening, said, oh, she's really come downhill. And so you actually called the ambulance. I don't know if anyone's ever been in that situation where you're thinking, I'm sure everything's okay, but you're looking and you're like, I don't think everything's okay, but you don't want to be that person that calls the ambulance and the ambulance goes, why did you even call us? But when I rang them, they said, okay, no, we think we should come out. And then when they came, they went, no, we think we should take her to the hospital. And we just thought she was dehydrated. There was nothing really that wrong. But it turned out she had a series of blood clots. She had to be moved into the ICU. She was in hospital for over a month. Yeah, 3 weeks in the ICU alone. Yep, she lost all her kidney function, but God bless my mother, she's a goddamn rock star, and she was like, I'm going to get my kidney function back, and everything's going to be okay, and she is okay now, which is so yay. But obviously when things happen and there's health situations and things go on, people make different choices, and my mother's made the decision to sell. Created a cascade of events for Phil and I. I'm turning 40 this year, and
level 40 we like to call
level
it now.
40. I'm leveling up to level 40 this year, which I'm very excited about. I'm a very decade-driven person. 20s, I don't know what the intention was or what the direction was. Like, we always laugh at our 20s, God knows what we were doing. But my 30s, I actually mapped out what my 30s looked like. I actually had a 10-year plan. I actually wrote down when the children were being born. I wrote down how old I was going to be for each year. I wrote down each marker, like what was going to be achieved in every year of my 30s. Now I have another decade, and I'm looking at that, and I'm planning that, and then obviously something like this happens, it just gives you an opportunity to evaluate everything. So for me, where everything's at is I can't explain it. Sure, some of you have been in this experience before, where the brain and the logic is to do something, and your heart and your soul is to do something completely in misalignment with that. Brain says do X, but my heart and soul say to do Y. And right now, I can't explain it. I can't tell you what's going on, except I need to take a break from horses. And I know it doesn't make sense, and I know that it doesn't seem right, and I know that it's a break. I'm not quitting horses for the rest of my life. I think losing the property and this is my dream. I created this office that we're sitting in right now. I wrote in sand 20 years ago before it even came to pass. You talk about my 10-year plan. I had pictures of this in my year 12 diary. When it all came to pass, everyone's like, oh wow, you must be so happy. And it was like, it's already been in my life for 20 years. And for that to all disappear, and with COVID, I had a very clear plan for the Olympics for 2024. We were on track for that. I was meant to be in Europe. I'm meant to be competing internationally. And obviously, for the last 2 years, all of that has gone as well. We don't know when that's going to come back. So I think it's been all of those things where the ground under my feet hasn't been solid anymore, and I don't know, and I kept trying to push, and I kept just going, okay, well, I'm not going to let COVID stop me, and I'm not going to let losing this place stop me, and I'm not going to let this stop me, and I'm not going to let this stop me. And then all of a sudden I went, what if I don't even have words to describe it, because it's all I can say is it just means stop. Just stop and do what feels right for you right now. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? We're selling some horses. We're putting all my horse stuff into my horse float as like a time capsule, and I'm going to close that up. And I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be reminded of it. I don't want to know about it. I got super emotional at the start of this video because you guys are my everything, and I'm gonna get emotional again, but you are my everything, and your fucking goals are what I live for, and you achieving your riding success and going for your riding goals and feeling that you can, feeling that you can believe in yourself, feeling that you can overcome your riding fears, or if you're frustrated or confused about dressage, that you can figure that shit out. That is still what I live for. I live for humans to live their full life, live their dream life, live to their full potential, and enjoy the fuck out of their lives. That is the fucking point of why I'm on this planet. And you guys matter to me so much. So even though I personally, as a Tash's riding success, wants to take a break, I don't want your riding success to take a break.
No, it's kind of like you had the action.
And it freaking has. It's been 122 days, it's been on a break, and that's not okay. And I just thank you and adore you for the patience and the generosity that you've given me to allow me to have this space. But I don't want the space anymore. I want to fight for you, I want to be there for you, and I want to help you at a whole new level. Yeah.
And it was kind of built like that. I mean, you always had the name of the business as YourRidingSuccess.
It wasn't Tash's Riding Success, it was yours.
As in you in there, and some exciting things happening in this area, which is really cool.
Yeah, so now if we can, this is the unveiling and the sharing of everything that we've been working on. I have an amazing friend in the UK who some of my horses have gone to her. She hasn't really gone online before, and I've asked her to step in and provide help for you guys. So much guilt I can't say about not being able to continue with the thoroughbreds, because I know that's what you guys need, I know that's what you guys want, I know that's what you guys want to see, and I know that it was helpful. So we actually have a thoroughbred over in the UK that we are going to be starting from next week. showing you the whole story of how we picked it and what we're going to do with him, what we're going to do with him and all the training and everything involved. So I'm super, super excited to bring you the thoroughbreds on the other side of the world.
Actually including a hell lot more info in there too, kind of like picking your horse, isn't it?
Yes.
Like what to look for in the early signs. Some more training tips and stuff like that for people at the different levels.
Yes, I'm very Australian. I'm like, she'll be right. Don't need too many details. Whereas my friend in the UK, she's very particular. She's obsessed with caring for horses at a real, I would call, European standard. Not at the, just chuck it in the paddock. Do we tell them the title or is that for later?
We can drop it in if you'd like to.
It was your idea.
Well, it's going to be it's going to be called Ponytails. It is exciting moving forward because I think what you've organised and taken care of is like, I think we're going to be providing you guys so much even more content. You're in there and stuff and getting it all sorted out. So
obviously with COVID, I can't travel to the UK right now. We don't have a base in Australia anymore, but I will be watching all the videos that are coming. My little face is going to pop in with comments and feedback, and I'm still freaking here for you guys. I still live for you. So I'm reading all the comments. I'm seeing what you guys need, seeing what you guys want, and delivering that at hopefully a whole new level. We really want to 10x this thing. We want to build the YouTube channel to 1 million followers. I want to know that there's 1 million subscribers out there that are having better riding journeys and getting the riding education they need because of our channel. I want to know that it matters. I want to know that we can help and reach every horse rider out there that needs help. There's Tash, the horse rider, and she needs some space and some love, and there's a whole thing going on over there with her. But then there's Tash, the person that created this channel and this company and this vision for every goddamn rider in the world to live their riding dreams. And if you're struggling, like you guys know this, I hope you know this about me. Like, I've spent the last 20 years of my existence on the planet reading and obsessing and learning and educating about what our brain does and why we do what we do and why we feel what we feel and why all these things happen. And for riders that experience fear, I just know I can stop that for you. I know. Like nothing fills my heart more when we have a beautiful channel on WhatsApp and everyone that goes through the program that overcomes their fear or canters for the first time or gets on their horse for the first time or goes to a show and they didn't feel like they wanted to dissolve in fear or whatever it is. That's what I freaking live for. I live for you guys. I live to make your lives better. So I just want to thank you so much for you allowing me to do that, and I hope you'll continue to allow me to do that, because that isn't going away. It's like when I first spoke to Phil about needing a break from horses, I think you were like, oh my God, where's my wife? You were a bit freaked out.
Yeah.
Because that's who I am. Because one thing, I have a lot of mentors in my life and a lot of different coaches and a lot of different things. And I mean, this has been coming for a while. A year ago, I spoke to someone who coaches all the Olympians. He's very, very famous in Canada. He does a lot of Olympics, a lot of NRL, I don't know, team sports. Insert basketball, football analogy here. And he went, no, stop, say that again. You're trying to go to the Olympics and you're a business owner and you're trying to build the business? And he laughed and I went, what the frick are you laughing at? He's gone, you can't do that. And I went, I beg your pardon, because no one tells me what I can't do. And he said, I know Olympians and I know business owners, and I've never in all my years ever seen one that's both. I brushed it off, but to me, I have to choose one in this next decade. I have to choose one to make the biggest impact in and to make the biggest difference in. And if I died on the minute I turned 50 and I got to look back on this decade, would I be more proud of, hey, I went to the Olympics because I can do a circle really pretty on a horse? Or would I be happy knowing that I've helped over 1 million riders have more fun in their riding, more joy in their riding, more love in their riding, more enjoyment in their riding, got the results they wanted, got the freedom they wanted, got the thing that they wanted from their riding? I would be so much more prouder of that result. So I want to go all in and help with that.
Yeah.
I get emotional again, but we're going to have a goodbye video coming out next week, which is a goodbye to this place, and we're going to be doing a little bit of the wrap up. Arba's going to an amazing new home to, he's not being sold, never sell that horse in my life, but we want to do an Arba tribute because Arba has been with us the whole time, and he's definitely helped so many people in their riding goals and dreams. So we want to do that. We want to show you what's happening with the thoroughbreds. We want to show you, I had my newest Grand Prix horse Jive, what I've done with him to help someone else's riding dreams come true.
Just something about tidying up. Yes, our packing and all that stuff, and I guess then the closing of one
Chapter.
Your Riding Success place in Australia. It starts the beginning of a opening of another one in Europe and UK, which is also exciting. So the story and the journey continues.
It will always continue, guys. And a quote which I have just kept close to my heart for the last 6 months, that I don't know if it's in any help to you in whatever you're going through, but it certainly helped me. It's from Snoop Dogg, of all people. We're not going to judge. It really helped. Yes. And I'm probably going to get it wrong, but let me try. What the universe is asking you to walk towards is infinitely greater than what it's asking you to walk away from. And I just have to trust that, because if you can't trust Snoop Dogg, who can you trust? So I have to trust what my heart and my soul is telling me to do that's right for me right now, even though logically it makes no sense, even though I at a level go, what are you doing? At my deep soul core level, this is absolutely the right thing to do right now. And like I said, I've got you guys. I'm super excited about the content that we're going to be producing and the things that we can do to help you guys. So I just ask if you can please be kind to my friend in the UK. As always, comments are always appreciated, and I know not everyone loves me, and I know there's always been negative comments about my voice and God knows what else. I know, right?
I'm surprised.
And maybe my gold boots, that was quite polarizing for some people. Everyone is allowed an opinion, and everyone is allowed a point of view. That's the best thing about this world. But if we can make sure that we welcome whoever I bring on to help me with this channel, it's with thought. It's with, okay, I think this person has a lot of value to bring and a lot of education to bring to help you guys with your riding goals. So let me share with you the super exciting schedule that we're bringing to help you with your riding. On Monday, we've got ponytails. You can follow the tales of George the pony. Tuesday, our normal DMA TV. We're going to be teaching you how to do anything you need to learn on your horse to do with dressage. Wednesday will be the Thoroughbred Wednesday. You can follow the journey of turning an ex-racehorse into a dressage horse. Thursday will be Training Thursday. We'll be giving lessons on with people that might be making the same mistakes you are and how to fix it. Friday, we've got horsey how-tos. We've got how to clean a stable, when should we get the physio, anything to do with horse care, horse management, stable management to make sure your horse is primed and ready to go. And Saturday, we've got the Rider's Tip Bit, weekly success tips for the everyday equestrian. Love you guys to pieces. I can't tell you how much I love you, and like I said, I'm so sorry for 122 days.
Just had to wrap your own head around it. So yes, but stay tuned because the journey ahead is going to be a bright one and very exciting. So there's so much stuff to come.
We'll see you next week.
So yeah.